Hello! You're watching the Young Readers Story Club and our theme is underwater. I don't know about you, but I've always thought of under the sea, underwater, as being a magical and mysterious place. We've got two excellent stories for you today. In a moment, we've got a story from Amie Taylor. Hello, Amie.
Hello, my name is Amie Taylor. I am a writer, storyteller and shadow puppet maker. And today I am telling you a story set under the sea.
Looking forward to that. But before Amie, we've got Vanessa Woolf with a rather spooky story. Over to you, Vanessa.
I'm going to tell you an ancient Irish folk tale about Jack, the fisherman, who was wallowing through the swells in his little fishing boat when he came across an island he'd never seen before. And there on a rock was a merman, what they called a marrow, with a fishy tail and a red three-cornered hat, beckoning to Jack. And Jack went over and got out, and the marrow started chatting with him and asking him all about his village and seemed to know all about his family. And after a bit, he was so friendly, he goes, "Why don't you come and have a drink with me down below?" Jack's like, "Well, I wouldn't be able to breathe." And the marrow produced a red three-cornered hat and gave it to him. And Jack put the hat on, and the marrow just jumped into the waves, and Jack jumped into the water too. And when he was in the bright, muted heaviness of the water, he could see down there was the marrow's house with a chimney and a garden with seaweed and sand and fish swimming past and lobster pots. You know those cages that they catch lobsters in with little doors? And they went into the garden, having a drink, having a chat. And then Jack heard this sighing or singing. "What's that?" he said. "Oh, that," said the marrow. "When we have a shipwreck and the sailors all drown, their souls are just swimming around and I catch them in the lobster pots and they sing to me. Don't they sound sweet?" "Yeah," said Jack. But when the marrow fell asleep, Jack went to the lobster pots and he undid them all. And he didn't hear if anything came out, but suddenly he was powerfully afraid. And as a cod swam past, he grabbed hold of its tail and he was pulled up to safety. And he took off the hat and he threw it into the waves. And he went back to the village and he never spoke to anyone about the marrow.
Oh, a scary, magical folk tale from Vanessa there. Vanessa, thank you so much for that. Right, let's go to Amie now. And Amie has created some shadow puppets to go along with her story. So you'll see her using those to illustrate her story as well. And I think she's promised afterwards to tell us how she made those shadow puppets too. Right, over to you, Amie.
Once upon a time, there was a little fish called Mac, and she lived in a beautiful coral reef. And mostly she had a really lovely life. But one day something happened. Mac was out swimming past the coral reef in the morning when she bumped into Jellyfish. Now Jellyfish was red and big and mean with stingers and a really cross look on his face. And he said, "Hey there, little fish. You are very small and you've got ever such strange coloured eyes. I've never seen eyes that colour on a fish before." Now, no one had ever really been mean to Mac before, and she didn't really understand why the jellyfish was being mean to her now. But before she could say anything, the jellyfish shot off and away from her. Mac's chest felt really tight, and she thought she might cry. "I know," she thought. "I'll go and tell my friend Angel." So she swam through the reef and to her friend Angel's house, where she knocked on the door. And Angel answered. "Oh, hi there, Mac. What's wrong? You look sad." "Oh, well, you see, I just bumped into Jellyfish and he said some really awful things to me. He said I was really small, as though it was a bad thing, and that my eyes are a strange colour. But I mean, I'm exactly as I'm meant to look. I don't know." Said Angel. "Are you talking about Jellyfish? The same Jellyfish that I know?" "Yes," said Mac. Oh no, jellyfish is always really lovely to me. I think you're overreacting. I don't think he will have meant it. Oh, thought Mac. Even Angel doesn't believe me. What's going on? Mac swam away from Angel's house, feeling really, really sad. Angel called after her. Hey Mac, I'm going to the fish go. You want to come and do some dancing? Fish go. No thanks, said Mac, who was definitely not in the mood for dancing. Mac swam away from Angel's house and wasn't swimming for very long before she bumped into an octopus. Oh, you look very sad, little fish, said the octopus. Oh, what's wrong? Come and tell me, if you want to. Oh, well, you see, I'm just having a bad day, said Mac. You see, I was out swimming and jellyfish just came up to me and said some really mean things, like about me being really small, as though it was a bad thing, and about my eyes being a strange colour, and anyway, and then I went to try and tell my friend Angel about it, but she said that the jellyfish has always been really nice to her, so she didn't believe me. Oh, but just because the jellyfish has always been nice to her, it doesn't mean she shouldn't believe you. She should definitely believe your experience if that's what you've told her. I know, but she didn't, and she said I was overreacting. Well, it sounds like this jellyfish was very mean to you, and you were absolutely right to be feeling sad. Thank you, said Mac, who felt a bit better for being listened to. Oh, well, I was just on my way to the fish go. Do you want to come? Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe, said Mac. Come on. I'll make sure there are no mean jellyfish there. Thanks, said Mac. And Mac and the octopus swam to the fish go, where they went to do some dancing. When they got to the fish go, Angel swam out. She looked really happy to see Mac. Oh, Mac, I'm so sorry. I just heard in the fish go that the jellyfish is being mean to other people. It shouldn't take the jellyfish being mean to other people to make you believe me in the first place, Angel, said Mac. I'm so sorry if what I said was wrong. I promise I will protect you from any mean jellyfish from now on, said Angel. Can we dance together? Yes, please, said Mac. Oh, and this is my friend Octopus. We just met. Oh, lovely. Let's go and dance together. And Mac and Angel and the octopus all danced at the fish go to their favourite songs all night long. The end.
Oh, thanks, Amie. I loved the sound of that fish go. Right, well, can you tell us, how did you make those shadow puppets?
So there are lots of different ways to do shadow puppets, and I'm going to now take you very quickly through how you can do your own shadow puppetry show at home. Now, Mac is made of just normal white paper, and then I drew her in felt tip pens. And then the trick is, so the light wouldn't shine through her if you just did that, but there's a bit of a magic trick that you can do, which is that I got some vegetable oil and I painted it over her once she was finished, and that made her go see-through. I had to leave her to dry. And then once she was dry, she was kind of more see-through. And then I've used art straws to stick on the back of my shadow puppets. You can use normal straws if you've got those. Or if you're stuck and you haven't got straws or sticks or anything like that, you can use a pencil. So the shadow screen that I used today was a vegetable box that I got from the shop over the road. I painted it, nice blue colour for our underwater theme. If it's not open, you'll need to cut the back out too. And you cut your panel in the front. And then to that, I have stuck a sheet of tracing paper, or you could use greaseproof paper, or if you haven't got either of those, normal white paper will work just the same, just as well. You need to get your torch, and you shine your torch from behind, okay? So I'm going to turn my torch on and shine it just behind the screen for you now. And then what happens is, when we put the puppet between the torch and the screen, we get our shadow, our little fish swimming in the ocean. You might want to have a go at making some of your own ones at home. You might want to make some fish, or you might want to make your own deep sea shadow puppetry show, or maybe something else, who knows. Anyway, thank you so much. It's been lovely joining you today. Bye.
Oh, thanks, Amie. And please do make a shadow puppet of your own at home. If you do, then get your parents or older family members involved to help with the cutting and that sort of thing. And once you've finished it, please do take a photo of it and email it to us, because we might share a few of our favourites online. Thanks to Vanessa and to Amie. Thank you to you for watching as well. And we'll see you all soon. Bye.